Welcome to the AI Brief, your essential shortcut through tech, science, and global markets. This is episode 313. I'm Leah.
And I'm Amin. Good to be here.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We're looking at how these big AI ambitions are, shaking up global markets.
Right, and also how technology is tackling some really tough problems.
Yeah.
Think silent supersonic jets, charging roads, things that seemed almost impossible.
Okay, quite a mix then. We've got, four main things on the list today. First, the sheer scale of Saudi Arabia's AI plans.
Then, Amazon's AI shopping assistant, Rufus, and the actual money it's making.
We'll also cover OpenAI's new safety measures. That's pretty important.
And finally, a sprint through some cool science stuff. NASA's quiet jet, those French roads, and even dinosaurs.
Let's start with Saudi Arabia. They're aiming high, wanting to be, the world's third largest AI market?
Exactly. It's a major signal. They're not just buying tech, they're building an entire AI powerhouse from the ground up.
And their own company, Humane, is central to this. They're building a full stack. Is that the term?
That's the key phrase, full stack. It means they wanted all the data centers, the cloud infrastructure, their own large language models, and the applications running on top.
It's like owning the whole supply chain for AI.
Pretty much. They don't just want to use AI, they want to control how it's built and deployed within their sphere.
And the scale of that infrastructure is just massive. Humane plans to build up to 6 gigawatts of data center power by 2034.
6 gigawatts. It's an enormous amount of power. And they're bringing in the heavy hitters, partnering with NVIDIA, AWS.
Plus that huge $3 billion deal with Blackstone just for data centers. They're even developing their own OS, Humane One.
It all ties back to their Vision 2030 plan, their economic shift. And they have a unique advantage here.
Right, the energy, lots of it, and it's cheap.
Precisely. AI needs incredible amounts of power. They can leverage their energy resources to run these massive data centers and train models much more cheaply than, almost anyone else.
So they're using cheap energy to basically jumpstart their AI ecosystem, even if they don't have the same depth of engineering talent as, say, the US or China right now.
It's a strategic play using capital and energy to build infrastructure dominance fast.
Okay, quite the ambition. Now, shifting to immediate results. Amazon's AI shopping assistant, Rufus. The numbers are eye-popping.
They really are. Amazon's expecting Rufus to drive an extra $10 billion in annual sales. That's billion with a B.
10 billion. And 250 million shoppers using it this year. Wow. Plus, users engaging with it are 60% more likely to actually buy something.
Yeah, that 60% higher purchase completion rate is concrete proof it's working, changing how people shop right now.
Okay, but let's push on that $10 million. Is that genuinely new revenue or just sales that would have happened anyway, maybe a bit quicker?
That's a fair question. Amazon calls it downstream impact. It's their way of measuring the ripple effect. So it's not just the one item you bought because Rufus helped.
It's also about maybe buying more items or deciding faster because the whole process felt easier, less cart abandonment, perhaps.
Exactly. Rufus is essentially a smart chatbot inside the app and website. It knows the product catalog, reviews, web info. It guides you, compares things, answers questions.
They even have that help me decide feature for when you're just overwhelmed by choice.
And people are using it. 140% jump in monthly active users year over year, 210% more interactions. It's taking off.
And of course, this all needs huge computing power behind it, which links back to things like their $11 billion Project Rainier data center plan. Success needs that foundation.
Definitely. Okay, let's switch gears to safety and oversight. OpenAI's new safety panel.
Led by Professor Zico Coulter from Carnegie Mellon, and the big headline here is its power.
Yeah, the power to actually halt the release of a new AI system if it's flagged as unsafe. This isn't just advice, it's a potential stop button.
Why formalize this now, though?
It seems like a serious nod to the risks, the potential liabilities with these really powerful models. The panel looks at cybersecurity threats, misuse, even impacts on mental health. It's broad.
But stopping a major release, that has huge financial consequences. Can a panel like this really stand up to the pressure to launch?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? But crucially, this authority isn't just internal policy. It's been formalized through agreements with regulators in California and Delaware.
Ah, so there's external backing.
Right. It suggests a real attempt to make safety considerations override, or at least seriously challenge, the push for rapid releases and hitting financial targets.
Building in guardrails.
A necessary step, many would argue. Okay, let's move away from AI business now and touch on some really fascinating science and tech breakthroughs. We can slow down a bit here.
First one is pretty cool. NASA tackling the sonic boom problem. Their X-59 jet just had a successful test flight.
The Concorde's big issue, right? Too noisy for supersonic flight over land. How does the X-59 fix it? It's clever engineering. It has this super long, thin nose designed to spread out the shock waves. So instead of one big boom,
Oh!
more like a gentle thump. Seriously, they're aiming for something barely noticeable on the ground. It's a fundamental redesign.
And this plane, costing over $500 million, the goal is clear. Enable supersonic travel over land again, potentially slashing flight times.
Imagine cutting cross-country or transatlantic flights in half. It could be revolutionary for travel.
Okay, next up. Range anxiety for EVs. France might have a solution.
Yeah, they've rolled out the first motorway section with dynamic wireless charging. Charging while you drive.
Seriously, like induction charging built into the road, how well does it work?
Initial tests hit charging rates around 300 kilowatts for
Okay.
vehicles equipped to use it. That's pretty fast
Yeah.
charging.
The implications, especially for trucks and buses, that could be huge.
Think about it. Logistics vehicles could use smaller, lighter batteries because they're constantly getting topped up. No long charging stops needed.
That saves weight, cost, materials, eliminates downtime. It could completely change long-haul transport economics.
Absolutely transformative potential there. Now, let's jump back millions of years. Paleontology news.
Yes, the Nanotyrannus debate. That skull found back in '88 in Montana was a young T-Rex or its own thing?
For decades, that split the field. It really shaped how we saw the whole late Cretaceous ecosystem.
And the verdict is?
It's confirmed. Nanotyrannus,
Okay.
a distinct species, not just a teenage T-Rex. The research points to features like bigger arms, different tooth counts, unique nerve pathways in the skull, things that wouldn't just change as it grew up.
Wow, so T-Rex wasn't the only top predator wandering around back then.
That's the big implication. It overturns a lot of assumptions. The ecosystem was likely more complex, more competitive at the top than we thought.
Fascinating. Yeah, okay, one more science item. Underwater living for scientists.
A UK company called Deep Unveiled Vanguard. They're calling it a subsea human habitat.
Right now, deep dives are short, limited by needing to resurface. How does Vanguard change that?
It's designed for scientists to actually live and work underwater for a week, maybe more, in a pressurized environment.
A week or more. That's a game changer.
Totally. Instead of just hours, you get extended periods for observation and experiments in unexplored ocean zones. Could revolutionize marine science and conservation.
Incredible stuff. Okay, before we wrap up with a final thought, let's quickly run through some trending AI tools for productivity that caught our eye.
All right, rapid fire. First, V0.ai helps you build app interfaces and components really fast using AI.
A lie. Focus on making high-quality presentations from your data or documents using AI. Saves a lot of time there.
Dynal.ai positions itself as a LinkedIn post studio, helping you craft posts from various sources and track their impact.
AI CMO by Lindy. This one lets you launch thousands of marketing experiments quickly, speeding up A/B testing cycles.
Starbase, a browser-based tool for testing Minecraft servers, interestingly, with AI chat integrated. Niche, but useful for that community.
Pokey AI. This helps manage agentic workflows, basically AI systems that can break down tasks and execute them autonomously. Pokey helps you coordinate these agents.
Presentation 2.0 by Cube One, another presentation tool, boldly claiming you'll never make slides again.
And finally, Miko, pitched as a new, more vibrant way to interact with Microsoft's Copilot AI.
So quite a range of tools aiming to boost efficiency in different areas.
Okay, let's pull back and synthesize. We've talked about massive national investment in Saudi AI infrastructure, Amazon getting $10 billion from its AI assistant. What's the big picture here?
I think the core theme is this intense competition for, well, massive resources and immediate tangible returns. The AI race right now feels defined by securing cheap energy, securing compute power, and securing huge user bases you can monetize quickly.
Saudi Arabia leverages energy wealth for infrastructure. Amazon leverages its massive customer base for direct sales impact.
Exactly. Different paths, but both driven by securing foundational resources for AI dominance.
And amidst all this AI focus, those science breakthroughs, the quiet jet, the charging roads, the deep sea habitat, they remind us that fundamental engineering and scientific discovery are still solving huge physical world problems.
It's a good reminder. So for you listening, think about how these dynamics, the need for energy, for compute, for new platforms, might reshape competition and opportunity in your own field.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the fast-moving world of tech and science.
If you found this useful, please do follow the show and maybe share this deep dive with someone else tracking these global shifts.